there we go. Okay. All righty, everybody. Let me wait for the go live. All right. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing? Not sure if anyone's going to be watching this live stream, but as you see by the title, I got a very special present treat for you guys. Usually, again, I do these in video format, but because we got ourselves another, it's almost deadline day. You got about a half hour until it's officially deadline day. And so far up to this point, the Cavs have done nothing. Do I expect them to do something? I don't know. I'm not Kobe Altman. Now, just a little bit ago, I saw that the Cavs actually scheduled a press conference. What's up, Beth? What's up, Jacob? I saw the Cavs scheduled a press conference with Kobe Altman for 3 o'clock tomorrow. Some people take that as we're not making any moves, but that's when the deadline ends. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't think we're going to do anything. I'm going to go into this deadline not expecting anything. That means when something happens, I'll be shocked. We'll all be shocked. And, we can all get lit or whatever. But I got my final trade deadline article review to do right now. As, I'll pull it up for you guys here in a second. All righty, you ready? Let's get it. Yeah. All right, ready? Oh, yeah. Today's article, final trade target lists for every NBA team. This is why I'm doing this in a live stream, because this video would have taken forever to upload. Might just start doing these things in live streams. This way I could talk to chat and get really in depth with every single team. So as you see, the feature photo is of the Raptors. They expect 3 of those 4 guys that you see in this picture right here. They expect 3 of those 4 people to be traded. Yeah, maybe even all 4. Never know with those crazy people over there in Toronto. Masai could be plotting some massive trade. Who knows? 11 more days till I get Jacob Frederick name back. Yeah, I don't know why you even decided to change your name. Yeah, he got a facial fracture. And by the way, Josh Hart and Cam Reddish, 2 guys that I thought the Cavs would go after. I actually heard that they were very interested in Josh Hart. They got traded from one another. Portland and New York hooked up. They made a trade, a swap. Cam Reddish for Josh Hart, and I guess there's a protected first round pick in there too. So for them, I guess. All right, let's well, let me know how the stream is going, guys. Is it lagging or anything? If it is, who cares? Because I can't check it. I can't keep going over and checking. So, anyways, let's get on with it. We're gonna start off. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on each team. We're gonna start off with the Atlanta Hawks. And already you can see this is already supremely outdated, as we got an ad. Get rid of that. This is already supremely outdated. Malik Beasley was traded earlier this evening. He is now a Laker. Matisse Thybulle, I've heard rumors about him. Very good on defense. And Kojo, we just faced him. That seems like, I know I did too, JB. God, Jacob. I look at this dude's freaking name and it says JB, and so of course I'm thinking his name is JB. Come on now. Did you have to do that, Jacob? Come on now, really? I mean, again, you can read it at your own will, whatever. Not gonna waste all this time. I think if there's any one of those 2 guys, Bible would give them that defense that they need. Yeah, they need that. If you see me looking over, I'm checking my phone because you never know when a Woj bomb or a Sham Wow is gonna go off. So, yeah. They said that if their offense is not going to improve, then they need to improve their defense. Man, Tybalt would definitely help that out. Aaron Holiday. Oh yeah, more established than Aaron Holiday. Yep. All right, next up we got the Boston Celtics. Mike Muscala, Nerlens Noel, who we just faced, and Terrence Ross. Has that dude not been traded yet? He's been in Toronto a couple years now. Has he not been traded yet? Scala would be nice for them. Dude could light it up from three, as we've seen many times against us. He's torched us many times with the Thunder and I guess the Hawks too. Remember, he was a Hawk at one point. I think he was also a Clipper or a Laker. Yeah, I remember that. I think yeah. Nerlens Noel would be a good backup big man behind Time Lord, especially like you could have Nerlens Noel even at the four maybe if you really wanted to get risky with it. But yeah, those three are interesting names for the Celtics. Next, we have the Brooklyn Nets. And of course, two of those guys I talked about in the feature image of the Raptors. The Nets would probably go after them. Siakam and Van Vliet with Naz Reid. Keep an eye on Naz Reid heading into the deadline from the Wolves. I think he could be on the move. We'll see if the. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to turn off my phone so I don't get distracted. I don't want to be glancing over here looking every 5 seconds. But plug this too because I don't want lag. I'll plug it in after. But Pascal with Durant. Oh my god, if Durant's even still there. Man, if they keep Durant and they get freaking Pascal, oh my god, with Cam Thomas and those guys. It would take a haul to get them though. To get those two. Van Vliet and Siakam. One of or both. Sub Jay, sub sub Daniel. I think the most likely one is probably going to be either Fred or Nas. I don't know about Pascal. Charlotte Hornets, obviously draft picks, Obi Toppin or Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is not going nowhere, as far as I know. The dude has 40 points the last 3 games since Kyrie got traded. Obi Toppin would be a good get for them, and draft picks, of course, is one of their top priorities right now. A lot of Cavs fans have talked about us sending Kevin Love over there for like a Gordon Hayward or Kelly Oubre. Thing about Kelly Oubre is he wouldn't be ready until probably what, next week or something, near the All Star break. I don't really want to have to wait for someone to get back, you know. But yeah, draft picks, Obi Toppin or Cam Thomas. Most likely they're going to be looking for draft picks more than anything. Next, we have doubles. Jay Crowder, Alec Burks, Max Strus. Ooh, Strus. That's a name I haven't heard much of as a trade target. Crowder would be an interesting one. I think there's really 3 names that we're all going to be watching for tomorrow. Jay Crowder, Serge Ibaka, and Bones Hyland. It sounds like those 3 guys will probably get in trade. Oh yeah, no, John Wall too. We'll see what happens with John Wall. Probably just going to get bought out, but you never know. There could be a team that might need a backup point guard that goes after him. Luckily, we got ourselves a backup point guard in Ricky Rubio. But when it comes to the Bulls, Alec Burks would be nice, Crowder would be solid, and Strus would be an underrated acquisition for them. All right, so you know what next is. Cavaliers. I wonder who they're going to have as the Cavs. Watch it say nothing. I swear, if it says like nothing, I'm going to just walk out. Cavs. Jay Rich? Jay Rich, Jay Crowder, or Cam? Well, Cam Reddish is off the board, but Jay Rich, that's my guy right there. It's my not draft crush, but my trade crush, I guess. My main trade target. See what they have to say about us. Cleveland's preseason questions at small forward remain unanswered. As of today, by the way, this was from today. Admittedly, it's possible none of these 3 players would answer those questions, but either given the Cavs trade budget after the Donovan Mitchell deal, these might be the best options available. Bigger wings can give Richardson problems, but he's generally a plucky defender. He also has 30 games of playoff experience, a three ball that typically lands somewhere between above average and good, and a pinch of shot creation. Crowder has more size than experience, but his shot is streakier. That would give the Cavaliers pause since they already start with two non-shooters in Evan and Jared Allen. If Cleveland doesn't want to spend that much, it might make sense to kick the tires on Reddish, which is now, of course, going to Portland. I would take Jared. You know, some Cavs fans have mentioned this. Luke Kennard. You know, maybe like we take a Luke Kennard, we send LeVert or Kevin Love over there. You know, get Luke Kennard, and then maybe take on like a Jason Preston or Brandon Boston. I know a lot of Cavs fans wanted Brandon Boston in the draft. You would take that all day. You get a guy, Ohio native, Luke Kennard. Yeah, I'll take that. You start him. You have that guy that can just go berserk. I don't know what we're gonna do. There's so many things we could do. But like I said, we're probably good. I'm gonna just start my stream, just sit here and just wait for the chaos to happen. And then once the trades start going down, I'll analyze them and hopefully maybe the Cavs make a trade. If not, it doesn't really matter. You know, because the thing about the Cavs is, unlike some teams, we're not in that desperate must make a trade now. Like we're not in that desperate win now mode. Yeah, trade would be nice. Our young core is just getting into their own pretty much. We got Spada for a couple more years. He's probably not. I wouldn't be shocked if we extended him soon. I would. We'd love it. I think he's even said that he wants to stay here his entire career. You know, and I'm pretty sure if we keep Kevin, we might even bring back Love and LeVert next year. I wouldn't want to bring back Love, to be honest, because he doesn't really bring much anymore. He's kind of cooked. Besides, I think that would open up cap space, but again, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about that too much more. Next, we got the Dallas Mavericks. Now, of course, they were busy. They got Kyrie Irving, and you see one of the names off the board, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Caruso. If they somehow got OG Anunoby to go along with Kyrie Irving somehow, sheesh. Oh, another name, Tim Hardaway Jr. If the Cavs wanted to just get rid of Caris LeVert's deal contract with an equal player, pretty much, Tim Hardaway Jr. seems to be the type. Yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna do that. Okay, enough about the Cavs. All right, Caruso, very good on defense. That's what they need. They desperately need defense, and I know Caruso would fit in well over there. He would give them that commander on defense, which again they need horribly because they traded away DFS, who's pretty good. Their defense has been, well, before the trade, it was really, really, really good. But see what happens. Josh Hart, again, he's traded. So OG or Caruso? If I had to guess, I think Caruso is going to be the guy they go after. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because defense. But they could go after OG as well, but he's going to be a hot commodity. Everyone's going to want him. So his price is going to be sky high. I don't know if the Mavericks pay that price. But you never know with Cuban and those guys, right? Nico Harrison and them. Never know. Nuggets. Chris Duarte, Terrence Mann, and Mo Bamba. Now we'll see what happens with Bones. Maybe they trade Bones for one of those guys. But honestly, I think Duarte would fit well over there. Duarte just seems like a Nugget kind of guy. Let's see. Nuggets have an intriguing trade chip and Bones. 15th ranked defense that isn't quite at championship level. Yeah, Denver's target, according to Action Network's Matt Moore, could be had in that type of swap. Okay. Yep. All right. Nuggets will need a backup big behind Nikola Jokic, Amba, could fill that void while supplying both shot blocking and 3-point shooting. That's one thing about Mo Bamba that I would love on the Cavs. His 3-ball. Oh my god. You could literally have him and Mobley out there at the same time. We could just bombard teams from 3. But would we actually try to go after Mo? I saw a Bleach Report article talking about us going after Mo if we went after a backup big man. Ooh, I would love it. Not to mention, imagine how much fun I could have on stream whenever Mo Bamba hits a 3. I could just start jamming out to Mo to the song. Shaq West and Mo Bamba are friends. I think they grew up in the same area in Harlem. So the song's named after the player. In case you were wondering. Duh. In case you were like really curious. Like, is that really named after him? Yeah. The song is about him, pretty much. So that'd be pretty cool. Might even see Shaq West appear at a game if we did get that, but I don't think. I don't even think we'd be looking at it back up big. If I was the Cavs, I would look at Richaun Holmes on the buyout market as a backup big man. I mean, I like Rolo, but I don't think he's going to be that kind of guy in the playoffs if we make it there. Richaun Holmes just seems like a good player for us. I don't know. If we even go after a backup big man, we might just roll with what we have. That would be sweet, but they're going to want first round pick from Mo. Yeah. 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 Dumb. They would want a first round pick. We don't have that. So Detroit Pistons. Draft picks Pat Williams and Kenyon Martin Jr. Okay, if they get Pat Will, the paw, that would definitely help them out big time on defense. And Kenyon Martin has bounced like crazy. That would just really bring up the vibes over in Detroit. But draft picks is definitely one of the top things that they need. Yeah, big time. To help with the rebuild. Golden State. I know Rocho would probably want to hear this. Of course, Rocho's currently streaming with Josh right now, so he ain't going to be in here. All right, next we got Jared Vanderbilt, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Hartenstein. Huh. Well, Jared Vanderbilt's obviously not an option anymore. Crowder would be an interesting one. And of course, for anyone wondering about Isaiah Hartenstein, does he have a nickname? Yes, he does. Power Kraut. I literally heard that when we had him. Honestly, I kind of wish we would have kept him. But especially now, whew, man, we could have really used him now. I mean, we got rid of JaVale McGee for him, so yeah, it is what it is. It would have been dope to have Hartenstein backing up Jared Allen. Whew, but yeah, I think he wanted a little too much for us, for our taste, in the terms of the market. But yeah, Jay Crowder and Hartenstein. Interesting trio there. Of course, Vanderbilt's no longer available. Houston, draft picks Mo Bamba, Darius Bazley. You're going to see that a lot with tanking teams, draft picks, which is what something that they kind of need. If they add players that should focus on finding undervalued youth, Bamba and Bazley could fit the bill. Major role reduction. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't think they would come here, like Bamba, because you come here, you're essentially going to be right back in the spot where you were with Orlando, except you're in a much better position. Like you're like literally staring down a playoff berth. You would get a good amount of minutes too. You'd be the number 2 behind Jared Allen, and you could always be the number 4 too, because you can shoot. Could always have like where we have 2 big ass big men, Mo Bamba and Jared Allen on the floor at the same time, or we could have Mo and Mobley. Oh man. Hmm. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we're going to go after him. Hopes they're going to trade Wiseman, Edwin. They will. I'll be shocked if he's. I'd be shocked if Wiseman is a Warrior after the deadline. Like if 330 hits and I'm ending stream and Wiseman is still a Warrior, I'll be shocked. Because essentially the vibe is they want to get rid of him and they don't want to be paying him his money and everything. I could see them packaging Wiseman and maybe even Moody for something. Maybe for one of those guys I just mentioned. Although I don't think it would take that much to get Hartenstein. Maybe Crowder? That much for Crowder? Ugh, I don't know about that. I don't know if you want to give. I mean, because think about it, DeAndre Ayton. How long does he have left in Phoenix? Go from one guy with an attitude and Ayton to another guy who really isn't that guy with Wiseman. Edwin, I'm sure Wiseman would benefit from playing behind Jared Allen. Yeah, I'm sure our vibes would rub off on him big time because he ain't really playing that well and he ain't getting minutes and everything. I think working with us, I think he'd be really good. But I don't know though. If he wants a whole lot of minutes, I don't know if he'd get that with us. Oh well. Moving on, we got Indiana Pacers, John Collins, Jared Vanderbilt, and Grant Williams. Well, we're only 12 of the we're almost halfway through. Collins would take a lot to get. Vanderbilt's already gone, and Grant Williams. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him. No. But damn, John Collins with Miles Turner and Tyrese and Buddy. Oh my god. Wow. Well, the Clippers, Caruso, D'Lo, who's now off the board, and Chris Boucher. Okay. Wow. Boucher. Okay. Lakers, Levine, Bogdanovich, and Heald. Yeah, of course, those three guys would be the big names out there. Um, they would have the capital to get Zach Levine, I think. They have, I think, one more major first round pick to trade away, I think. Maybe you trade away a couple other pieces like Christie or another, maybe like Reeves or something. Maybe like Lonnie Walker, some other stuff too. You could probably trade away for Levine. Boyan, I don't think he's going nowhere. And Buddy, same thing. So if they were going to trade for any one of these guys, it'd be Zach Levine. And I don't even know if that's happening. Memphis. OG, Malik Beasley, and Alec Burks. Well, Burks is off the. Well, no, Beasley's off the board. OG is probably going to cost a lot, and Alec Burks, I just don't know about Alec Burks. I mean, he'd be probably a good fit over there, but there's going to be probably quite a few teams going after him too. All right, you see that again. You can read that if you want. Miami Heat. Beal, Levine, and Rozier. Notice most of those, like Terry Rozier and Bradley Beal, are guards pretty much. Word is Kyle Lowry might be out of there. They get Bradley Beal. Whoo wee, man. Beal with Butler. Ooh. And bam, Beal, Butler, bam. Triple B, baby. But Scary Terry, though? Ooh. That would be insane. Not gonna lie, that would be insane. Milwaukee, Jay Crowder, who we've heard rumors about for weeks now, Kenrich Williams, and Jae'Sean Tate. Wow. Now that would be something, not gonna lie. Jae'Sean Tate hasn't really done a whole lot with Houston. Ken Williams is with the Thunder. He's making plays, looking good. And Jay Crowder, of course, we all know about the rumors between them and the Bucks and Crowder. Apparently, Crowder actually met with the Bucks. Like he had a nice little meeting with them. So see if anything materializes there. And to mention, we're trying to see what happens with Serge Ibaka. Apparently, they're trying to trade him, but they're probably just going to wind up buying him out. Unless they get rid of him for like pennies or something. I don't know. Minnesota, Alec Burks, Max Strus, and Seth Curry. Yeah, I think if they were trading for anybody, it'd probably be Curry or maybe Burks. They would need a point guard now. I think it could work. One of those two. Stoops wouldn't even be bad either, especially off the bench. Off the bench would be nuts. New Orleans, OG, Malik Beasley, and Doug McBuckets. Yeah, OG and Doug would be nice for them. Of course, Malik Beasley is now a Laker. Then we have the Knicks, who just made that trade. OG, Gary, or Eric Gordon. I don't know if they're gonna still. I mean, I'm sure they're still gonna be in the market for those three guys because they just traded for Cam, or they traded for Josh Hart. But man, if they were to turn around and get Gary, OG, oh man, with Randall and Barrett, I'm sure they'd probably get rid of like Fournier and a couple other things to get probably Grimes, maybe a few other guys to get OG because OG would cost a lot. With all the teams going after him, oh yeah, he would cost a pretty penny to get. I'm talking a couple players and a good haul of picks too, most likely. Oh yeah, Toronto would be feeling good after trading OG, big time. He might not cost as much, but yeah. And then Eric Gordon, I'm surprised he hasn't been traded yet. He's probably not going to get traded because he's essentially being held captive over there in Houston. Oklahoma City Thunder, James Wiseman, Nikola Jovic, and Sadiq Bey. You know, if they were to get Wiseman, I think that'd be a great situation for him. Young team. He can help grow with them. He can relate to them kind of. You know, he's not playing with a bunch of old guys and veterans who are trying to win. He could grow with the team. Of course, SGA can help him out. Too bad his name's not Williams. I'm surprised they don't have a Williams on there, man. They should have snuck in like Pat Williams or something. Patrick Williams. If you don't get what I'm trying to say, they already have three guys named Williams. What's another one? Another one won't hurt. What's up, Derp? Derpy. Ah. All right. Next, we have Orlando, Fred VanVleet, Moses Moody, or Chris Duarte. Man, if they were to get Fred, they would have to give up a good amount of their depth. Mo Bamba would probably, I don't know if Mo would be involved, but some other decent players would be involved, definitely. Maybe a couple picks as well. Moses would cost too much. They would probably get him in a Mo Bamba trade, and same with Duarte or whatever. All right. Moving on. We got Jay Crowder, Reggie Bullock, and Andre Drummond. Yeah, reunite with Andre Drummond. There he was there, I think, last year, and then they traded him in the Simmons trade. Traded him to Brooklyn. Jay Crowder. Haven't really heard too much about him in Philly, but Reggie Bullock would be something. Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant. Yeah, I've heard so many rumors about that. Fred VanVleet and Terry Rozier. You know Kevin Durant's numeral uno on the target list. They don't get him. I'm sure they're going to try everything they can to get Terry or Fred to help with D Book, especially because Chris Paul's probably going to be in that deal, most likely, especially if it's KD. And then we get Portland, OG, Matisse, and Zach Collins. Hey, wasn't Zach Collins literally there a couple years ago? He was literally a Blazer a couple years ago. Wasn't he in the? Trying to think. Did he go to Did he go to San Antonio with Demar? He was literally a Blazer because he always got hurt. He never played with Nurkic. That's right. Yeah. Hey, another reunion. Why not? Tybal with Dame. Oh, that'd be nice. And OG Anunoby. sheesh. OG with Dame and company. Oh my God. Trent Jr. and OG to the Cavs. I wish that was true, Derp. I wish. But we would give up a lot for him. That would probably be like Karras, Love, one of those two to go along with Windler, probably Okoro, Chetty, and a couple picks. And they'd probably have to have a third team jump in if they wanted a first rounder. Because we can't trade a first rounder until next year's draft. Not this upcoming draft, the draft after. Who knows? Cody has miracles happening. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Next, we have the Kings. Grant Williams, Jay Crowder, Matisse Thybulle. You're starting to see a theme with the names. Kings are probably a buyer for the first time in God knows how long. They're actually like looking like a playoff team. They're literally third in the freaking conference. They might even get the second if the freaking Grizzlies keep falling down like they have been. Imagine they get the second place in the conference. Oh my God. They would build a statue for Mike Brown. Especially if they win a freaking round in the playoffs this year. Not only making the playoffs, but being a home court and possibly winning a round. You know damn well when the playoffs come around, I'm doing a Kings game. At least one. I always try to make it a mission of mine every round to do at least one of every series. I would do a Sacramento Kings game. At least one. I always make it a mission of mine to do at least one of every series. I usually alternate. I'll do a Cav because I'm obviously gonna do the Cavs if and when they make it. Not trying to jump the gun like last year because you never know these days. But I'm gonna do, my team, and then I might do another game later that night. Before the night game, I'd do an afternoon game because sometimes we'd have 4 games, sometimes you only have 2 on, mostly. So it depends on the schedule. Depends on who we play too. The Kings getting Thybulle and Grant Williams would be huge with D Fox and Sabonis. And Jay Crowder, I think, would fit in really well with that team. Oh yeah, he would fit in really well. San Antonio draft picks: Nikola Jovic and Jackson Hayes, essentially young big men, and draft picks. Yep, that's essentially what they need. But they should really have like Dylan Windler on there because we want Josh Richardson over here. I need Josh Richardson as a Cavalier like today. Thank you very much. I need that to happen like now. I want to check my phone and I want to see the Cavaliers are acquiring Josh Richardson or Kennard or something like that. Yeah. But I mean, if you're a Spurs fan, I'm sure you just want draft picks again. You'll take Jackson Hayes as a developmental piece or like Nikola Jokic. Yeah, you want draft picks, big time. Moving on, we have the Raptors, Nick Claxton, Jakob Pertl, and draft picks. Sounds like Pertl might actually happen. They're actually talking to the Spurs right now about a potential trade. Could happen tomorrow. I think it'll be Gary Trent for Jakob Pertl. Gary Trent to San Antonio. Sounds like it could happen. That would be nuts. Keldon Johnson and Gary Trent Jr. Damn. Jakob Pertl back in Toronto. Sheesh. Nick Claxton ain't going nowhere. And if they did trade Nick Claxton, it would probably be for OG Anunoby or Pascal. Yeah. And then draft picks, of course. Utah Jazz, Russell Westbrook, who they got. They can't believe they actually got it right. John Collins and Peyton Pritchard. Now, from what I heard, Russell Westbrook is probably getting bought out. So we'll see what team he ends up with. John Collins, that would be a nice addition to the Jazz. And Peyton Pritchard, okay. Danny Ainge going after a Celtic. Who would have thought? And then finally, Washington Wizards. It's OG Anunoby, Bones Highland, and draft picks. Yep, pretty much. Bradley Beal with OG or Bones would be nice. And then, of course, they need draft picks. I just wonder what they would give up. I mean, wow. Severely overpay for Kuzma. I would have loved Kuzma, but he would cost a lot. Yeah, that's essentially what I got for you guys. The final draft, well, not draft, trade deadline review article review of the year. Again, just a refresher to see what they had for the Cavs as I go up here. You see all the different guys on there. Josh Richardson, Jay Crowder, and Cam Reddish. Obviously, Reddish is no longer available. He is now gone. He is now a Portland Trailblazer. And Jay Crowder, well, he was a Cavalier at one point. Didn't really fit in the locker room. I don't know if his attitude would work in the locker room. I mean, I don't want a guy that if things get rough, he just quits on the team pretty much. Especially considering the injury to Cam Johnson. He could have played while Johnson was recovering. He could have earned his starting spot back, but he didn't want to play. So tough nuts for him. But yeah, Jay Rich is probably my number one target out of these three. Obviously, if I had to, I mean, if they could replace Cam Reddish with somebody, it'd probably be like a Luke Kennard or something. I don't know. I don't think it would cost too much to get him. Just sucks we couldn't get Cam or Josh Hart. But oh well. It is what it is. Again, I'll be live tomorrow at about 1 o'clock for the trade deadline. We'll see if anything pops off. Should be a fun day tomorrow. We'll see how crazy it is. Personally, I'm hoping it's absolutely insane. Like, I'm hoping there's like 20 trades in the first hour. I mean, who knows? Could be like that. We could have a trade every few minutes for all we know. Well, with that being said, guys, hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow for the trade deadline live stream. Hopefully the Cavs do something, but I don't know if they will. Probably not. Oh well, I'm not gonna get all worked up thinking, oh my god, are they gonna make a trade? No, they're not gonna make no trade. I doubt it. But you never know though. Kobe could be cooking something up right now. The thing that really gets me is that they're gonna schedule a press conference tomorrow, and it's either gonna be they make a trade, they're gonna talk about it, or they don't, and all this dude's gonna talk about his culture. We felt the culture was too good to break up. It's like, so you're gonna run into the playoffs possibly with a bench that's kind of sus. You know, Levert is up and down, and everybody else is mainly defensive with like very limited offensive games. Okay. Be nice to have a guy like, I wish Oubre wasn't hurt, man. Oubre would have been like my top 3 target. Because that dude could go nuclear at any moment. I said he was like kind of inconsistent, but he was very consistent against us. That's for damn sure. It'd be nice to have a guy that usually would kill us on our team for once. See what Kobe has in store for us. Probably nothing. The 2 guys I thought we could really trade for are now gone, unless we trade for like Jay Rich or something. Watch or look at my phone and I'll see a Jay Rich trade to go somewhere else. That's all I'd need, right? But I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, should be a fun day. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Cavs. Big W today, by the way. All right, on the deadline day. I'm out.